Want to let you know, yesterday I had a ball. So the Hampton Roads Green Book sponsored an event we call the SANKOFA. Now the SANKOFA, the word SANKOFA means, literally it means go back and fetch it. Go back and fetch it. And the transliteration for Sankofa is it is not taboo to go back and get things of value that you forgot about. Right? So what are these things of value that we forgot about? Well, in terms of the Sankofa business networking event, it's us. In some ways, we've kind of forgotten about us. So in this event, which is focused on collaboration. We brought a lot of business owners together who are in the Hampton Roads Green Book. And for those who live outside of Hampton Roads, I published the Hampton Roads Green Book, which is a online resource directory of Black-owned businesses. Although we allow everybody to join, so anybody can join, but we spotlight the Black-owned businesses, professionals, and organizations. Right? Might be Black led, might be a Black franchise. There's a couple of franchise owners in the area. Like there's two or three franchise owners who are Black who own Chick-fil-A's, and they're in the Hampton Roads Green Book. So if you want to go to Chick-fil-A, you know which one to go to, right? So my point is, we were able to gather really around 25 to 30 of the big wigs in Hampton Roads, and a brother named Greg Garrett, who owns Garrett Realty Partners. He spoke to us about how he scaled his business. And the beautiful thing about his talk is he made it really simple. He says he has a peak to peak strategy. He says, whatever line of business or entrepreneurialism or whatever line of work you get in, you work and you become the best at it where you reach the zenith, you reach the peak. And once you've reached the peak, you peek around and you look for some other opportunities that might be related, might be adjacent, might be connected, or might be totally non-adjacent to your line of business. And then when you find one, when you identify one that you really want to pursue, something else you want to pursue, then you replace yourself. So if you were a solo entrepreneur, now you hire somebody. If you were the president, then you hire somebody to be the president. So you replace yourself, and then you go after that other line of business. And you do that until you get to the peak of that new line. Then you peek around and you find something else to get involved in. What he was saying to us strongly was that there's a lot of emphasis on multiple streams of income. And that's a great thing. That's a beautiful thing. For those of you who are, Bible believers, the Bible talks about having 7 to 8 streams of income. And it's interestingly enough to me that it's the believers who don't have multiple streams of income who often live paycheck to paycheck, struggle with poverty, or broke from time to time. But if you have that multiple stream, but if you're building a business, his guidance is to go to the peak around, replace yourself, and go to that other line of business and go to the peak around, and replace yourself. And this is a multi-millionaire who has 8 businesses that are all multi-million-dollar businesses. And how did he do it? He told us yesterday. He went to the peak. In this case, it was real estate. He peeked around, found some other adjacent opportunities, got involved in those opportunities, went to the peak of those opportunities after he replaced himself in the very first one. And he kept doing that over and over. So now he has 8. And, he's a Bible believer. He's really evangelistic Christian. You wouldn't necessarily tell by talking with him, but if you talk with him long enough, do you know Jesus is your Lord and Savior? That's going to come out at some point. He's just one of those good guys, but he really kind of walks Christianity rather than talks Christianity. One thing I love about Greg. Greg gave us a great message, and I hope this message resonates with you. So whatever you're doing, go to the zenith, go to the peak, and then peek around and see what other opportunities are out there and pursue those. All right? Because we do need to have multiple streams of income. And to be honest with you, you can do it with your job. When I talk about having multiple streams, some people think I'm saying you got to open businesses. No, it could be done with stocks. It could be done with REITs, real estate investment trusts, right? It could be done with investments where you're a passive investor. Someone else does the work. You just help them by supporting them, investing in them, and getting a return on your investment. It's so important, getting a return on your investment. So you can work a job and still invest in other streams of income. And once you become really great at your job, you can stay there, or you can replace yourself and follow another peak. Just thought for the day, that sitting is the new smoking. So I let the chair right here and I stood. Whew. Oh, be at peace. Oh, and get and stay on code.